Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Liz. I'm a married mom to 3, almost 40, and here on my channel I love sharing my journey in learning to live with more intention, save with purpose, and spend with joy. I love sharing vlogs, also sharing my experience with personal finance from somebody who really tries to live more intentionally. Today's video, I thought I would take you along with me for a day in the life, really focusing on habits that have truly changed my life, things that I've learned in my mid to late 30s that I really want to take into my 40s so that I stay the course of living with more intention. Hopefully I'm able to share something or an idea, or you just enjoy spending the day with me. As you saw this morning, I like to get up around between 5:30 and 6. I'm not too strict on that. I used to have to get up at 5 a.m. and I have to do this, this, and this and work out. I've just learned that ultimately made me feel like I was always rushing to do things. Probably the last 6 months, I've really slowed things down and I feel so much more grounded and less frantic by doing this. I wake up around 5:36 and I enjoy coffee. My husband and I usually take like 15-20 minutes just to chat, what's going on, you know, whatever else we gab about. So we enjoy coffee together. And then I do a little bit of journaling. I just journal like what I'm grateful for, things that I'm feeling, kind of anything that comes up, not super complicated, just a few minutes. I'm also remembering to practice gratitude because I think that's something that, especially as a busy mom running a million different places, it's easy to get caught up in unnecessary things. And when you break it down and you just ask yourself, like, what am I grateful for? It ends up being the most simplest things and the things that are around us, like our family, or I usually am grateful for coffee too. That's something that I do that's really helped me a lot. Then I get ready for the day. That is like non-negotiable because I feel like if I don't get ready when I wake up, especially like working from home, when I was a stay-at-home mom, I would just almost float around. So that is definitely a non-negotiable. I've been doing this recently, probably the last, again, 6 months. I feel like I've really changed a lot of things in the last 6 months. I think it's because I'm gearing up to turn 40. You'll have to let me know if you're already 40 or if you're in this season where it almost feels like I'm getting so clear on what I want and what I don't, if that makes sense. Like I'm really just so firm in who I am and it feels really good. But anyways, so what I've been doing is I've been doing a little vision board on Pinterest for my monthly goals and intentions. And maybe I'll go through this in my June monthly reset video. I'll share with you how I do that. But I just take my goals and the things that I said that I wanted to accomplish this month, and then I create like a little vision board for that. Because I'm a visual person, it really does help me to just see plain and simple, what are the things that I'm wanting to accomplish this month? How am I wanting to feel? So that I check in with that every single day. All of that, I know it sounds like a lot, it takes less than 15 minutes. And it's something that I really do look forward to. It's little tiny habits that really do make a difference. And I think another key thing is stacking them. Like I find because I'm sitting down, usually that's the time that my husband will take our dog for a walk. I'm by myself, the kids are still sleeping, and I'm able to just take that 15 minutes of quiet and kind of do those things. And then I'm done for the day. But instead of like before rushing through them and then I gotta work out and then I gotta do this, and like just being super in the moment and present with that time, it really does make a difference. Those are little things that I do every single morning. And then here we are. I drop the kids off at school and now I sit down usually with whatever leftover coffee I have and I check in with our budget, my emails, and my weekly plan. So every single Sunday I sit down and I plan my week. I just made my own little planner on Google Sheets. I love Google Sheets. I turn everything into a Google Sheet, put it up here on the screen just so you can see kind of my breakdown. I have each day of the week and I color code things. Making sure that I have it all written out really does help me. So I check in with my planner. What do I have going on for the day? And I also check our bank accounts. Every single day I just see what's come out. I look at our transactions. I fill it into the spreadsheet. I will have the spreadsheet that I use linked down below. I will also, if you're new to budgeting, I just did a video step-by-step how to budget, and I created a free budget spreadsheet if you are someone who just wants to get started and doesn't want to get into like the big fancy spreadsheets that I use now. I created that completely free, so I will link that video so that you can watch that if you're interested and want to kind of get started on a budget. But I check in with our budget and make sure that I'm tracking any transactions on our checking account, Visa, if I need to make a payment to anything. That all gets done during this block of time, stacking those habits while I'm finishing my coffee, checking my planner. I go into my bank account and then I update my tracker, and again, probably 15 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'm gonna kind of switch over to my work mode. I have a second YouTube channel that has really grown over time. It turned from a hobby to a business, so I need to do some work on that, finish my coffee and do a little bit of work, and then we'll see where the rest of the day takes us. Just pulled into the thrift store, and making time for hobbies is something that I feel has really changed my life, and just honoring myself as a person outside of mom, wife, all the other hats that I wear, like giving myself permission to do the things that I enjoy. And for me, that's being creative, and I love to scrapbook, I love to thrift, I love to film and edit. And for me, it was a long time. I was like, I don't have time for that. And I found when I really sat back and analyzed my complaint that I didn't have enough time, just my scrolling time alone was crazy. So instead of choosing to be in other people's lives and scrolling and, watching stories and another Amazon haul or whatever's going on social media, taking myself out of that and doing things that I enjoy has been so helpful and so good for my mental health. Oh my goodness. And touching on that too, another habit that I have a hard boundary with is not going on social media before 10 a.m. And sometimes because I have that hard boundary, like I think it's like 12:30 in the afternoon, I have not been on Instagram at all. I watched a little bit of a YouTube video while I was checking my the budget and everything. I was listening to it on my headphones, finishing one that I watched yesterday. But just being completely transparent. But in terms of going on Instagram and scrolling and doom scrolling, I realized that I was doing too much of that. And then it's kind of fun too to find yourself again, rediscover hobbies, things that you used to do when you were younger that you now have a little bit more time for because our kids are older and they have their own social lives and their things that they're doing. So you do get just a little bit more time back. And it's nice to be able to fill it with the things that bring you joy. So I wanted to share that because that's been a game changer for me. I'm about to head in to the thrift store. I am going to be filming for my other channel. So it is work, but it's the best work ever because I love it and I get to just stroll and see what I can find and then share it. So I'm going to go and do that. And then I will head back home. While I was driving here, I was like, oh my goodness, it's such a beautiful day. I'm like, I could really go for a crispy Diet Coke, which I don't drink soda a ton at all. But every once in a while, especially on a hot day, and there's a Chick-fil-A around here and they have that really good Pebble Ice. Every once in a while, I'm like, oh my goodness, I could totally go for a nice crispy Coke. But the weather here is just so beautiful and it's It's very nice after a super long winter. 2 of my 3 kids have sporting events today, so we have to like divide and conquer. But I've got my meal plan, which is another habit that I live by, especially as like a busy sports family, like being prepared and knowing what's for dinner. Game changer. Game changer, because there's nothing worse than what am I making for dinner, and then I'm scrambling, and then we end up going through the drive-thru. I cannot tell you how much we ate out last year because I just wasn't making this a priority. Anyways, I'm going to head into the thrift store and see what I can find, and then I will catch up with you later. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh, no problem at all. Thank you so much. Have a great day. I did not realize it was this big. Oh my gosh. I'm not a professional soda orderer. I just felt like one today. Let's see first. I got the cherry Coke. Oh my goodness. That is hitting the spot. No way I'm gonna drink this whole thing though. It's huge. It's like bigger than my head. It is much later, actually 9:41. Got home from all of the sports. We had 2 different sporting events today, from like after school, dinner, sporting events, come home, debrief a little bit, and here we are. It's 9:41 and I am ready for bed. I try and be in bed no later than 10 and then asleep by 10:30. That's like my goal. So I thought I would end this vlog off with sharing my last habit. That is something that I'm really taking seriously, and that's skincare. Because can I tell you something? I am the one in my 20s and 30s that did not take my makeup off at night. I know it's terrible, but that was just being honest. Sorry if you hear Piper, she's raring to go playing with her toy. Yeah, I didn't take skincare seriously, and I do now. So I thought I would just share what I use. For the last year, I've been consistently using Cetaphil. So plain Jane, it works so well. So I use the Gentle Skin Cleanser every single morning. This is what I use. And then I would use the moisturizing lotion. This is very dry to normal skin. So I would use this. This was my skincare. Now, the last 3 months, I've been using something new that has completely changed my skin. The Cetaphil is awesome. Like, I have nothing but good things to say about it. I have acne prone skin. It never broke me out. My skin always felt nourished and moisturized. Love it. This, however, this is life-changing. It feels like you are just putting on like a cloud. It's so lovely. This is the Pharmacy Honey Halo Ultra Hydrating Cremide, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, moisturizer. It's so lovely and luxurious. Like, I don't know if you can see how thick it is. Once I put it on, I will show you just the consistency of it, but it is gorgeous. I started with a smaller one. I had a gift card for Sephora, and I decided to treat myself to, like, I wanted to add a new skincare product in, again, trying to just take better care of myself and my skin. And I started with the smaller one, loved it, and then during the Sephora sale, I bought this big one, and it's amazing. That will be a repurchase. So I use that. And then, so I'll kind of go through what I do at night. So at nighttime, I start with the Neutrogena Cleansing Balm. This is what I use to take off my makeup. Go in with this balm just to kind of take off what I've got going on. And then I rinse that, and then I go in with my Cetaphil cleanser. And then I finish with the Honey Halo, which is like my favorite part of the day. And then in the morning, I just use my Cetaphil cleanser and then my Honey Halo. And if I do my makeup right away, then I just go right in with makeup. Sometimes there's like a bit of a gap between when I do my skincare to when I do my makeup, because I'll drive my oldest to school and then I'll come back and do my makeup. If that happens, then I just go in with a little bit of this Cetaphil moisturizing lotion, just to give my skin something to really take the makeup in. And that is my skincare. Super simple, but it works amazing. And like I said, this stuff is so good. Like the glow and just like the firmness, I can't explain it. Like my skin just feels more plump and softer. So good. So love that. And then you might have seen me this morning when I did my makeup. I went in, I use this, I know you're supposed to use this as skincare, but I just, for me, this is like, I feel like I'm at the spa. And oh my gosh, it smells so good. I just use this on top of my makeup. Like a setting spray, even though it's not really a setting spray, but I feel like it just makes my makeup look really nice. And then it just like goes into my skin throughout the day. So I love this too. This is a little bit more expensive, but again, I shop the Sephora sale and then I just stock up on my favorites and that's it. And that's a part of the spending with joy. It's a part of the kind of knowing what what's important to me and where I want to spend money, and then being able to say no to the things that I can kind of go without, you know, like a latte a day for $6. I'd rather not do that, and then be able to invest in like really nice skincare for myself. I am ready to tuck myself in and get to bed. I usually like to read or just like chat with my husband. For some reason, you'll have to let me know. This sometimes is when a few of my children will start talking. So I try and encourage that. And even though I'm so tired, I try and have a dialogue because I want to get these kids talking as much as I can and really having that open communication with them. So I do it, but I'm like in my mind, like, can we not have this conversation like 4:30 when we come home from school? Should we have to have it now? But I do it. Anyways, I digress. I am so grateful for every single one of you. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for welcoming me on YouTube in this journey that I am going on. Coming up, what am I filming this week? I'm filming a Sinking Funds Explained, kind of going through sinking funds and how I use them to spend without guilt and things like this. And I'm also filming a monthly reset check-in where I'm going to go through like all my goals and kind of where we are with the budget and all of that. And yeah, if there's any videos you want to see, I might do another what I spend in a week because you all seem to really enjoy that. But yeah, let me know if there's anything you want to see from me. Again, I'm super, super grateful for every single one of you. And I can't wait to see you all in my next video. I will end this video off with a glimpse of how lovely that skincare is. Washing your makeup off at the end of the day. Can't recommend it enough. Thanks again so much for being here. I am super grateful. I hope you enjoyed spending the day with me, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye everyone.